Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, switch gears.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Turn two stuff. Hey, exit.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 15 now. Lawrence. He's got White here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over to the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now a run up the middle with Drake. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 27, Lawrence. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Second and 10.
Miller, the man in motion. Throwing again on second down.
Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Kyle Hamilton brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After one, it's 9-0.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Lawrence will throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's White. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting
Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Edwards. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only... $2 yards to show for it. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Jackson will keep it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down, here's White. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Slot man moves right. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. Rashad White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Play action. It's Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Look at me. Get down.
Line 6. All right. Let's go. Beat it.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 37 yards. And the Bucs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Duvernay. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks, up. Somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with Drake. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He got 29 yards that time.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The slot man in motion right.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch it. Check 15, check 15.
No.
Slot man moves right. On second down, they'll run with White. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. So we got man. Mike 6, Mike 6. It's just me and you. It's your
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's complete to White. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. It's White. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practical.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On first down, Lawrence. Got a man open. It's Ross. Hit in for the Buccaneers touchdown. John Ross, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken a fourth quarter lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one to about the 33-yard line.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw is Jackson. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's got some space here. Is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 48 yards rushing.
Terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go with White on the counter. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, check back.
80 weapons. Hey, Steve, stick.
Any day.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Back 6.
Hey, Mike 7.
To you. I'm coming after you. Mike 6. I got it. Hey, check Mike 6. He don't know no better.
Hey, hang on.
Back to throw, Lawrence. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Jackson. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Suckup for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
One last shot for Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.